I'd like to call this Monday, June the 22nd, meeting to order. For our invocation tonight, we'll have Mr. Kinnaman, our Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Wallingsford. Would everyone stand, please?
Let's pray. Almighty God, we give you thanks and praise for your great goodness towards us. We ask you to be with the mayor and council this evening as they go about business. Lead, guide, and direct them in all that they do. Be with our employees, the citizens of the city as they suffer through this inordinate heat. These things we ask in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Wallingsford?
Here.
Mr. Gary Stewart?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here. We have our agenda. Do I hear a motion that we approve the agenda?
Make a motion that we approve the agenda.
A second.
Second.
Any questions, changes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Approve our previous minutes from June the 8th. Do I have a motion that we approve these minutes?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion about that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have no old business tonight. In new business, item number 1 is consider a budget amendment for the Scottsboro Public Library for the amount of $5,825. Do I hear a motion that we approve this budget amendment?
Make that motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any discussion? We don't have any discussion. Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say no. Ayes have it.
Mr. Smith, I want to say that I need to abstain from voting on that.
Okay. For what reason?
I have family that works for the company that was awarded the bid.
Thank you. Item number 2 is consider resolution 2015-06-18, award bids for the batting cages. Do I hear a motion that we approve this resolution?
Make the motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any discussion or questions?
If you'll notice, we accepted 2 bids and we asked them to bid them as a complete package and individually. It was for the netting for the cages, some L screens, some heating mats, the turf, and so we were able to come up to get a better deal if we split them out. So we're asking that you award the bid to Russell Batting Cages for the netting and the installation and then the L screens, and then recommend the bids to a sports facility out of Cartersville, Georgia for the heating mats and the turf. And as you can see, we save $7,000 by bidding them out separately like that.
Okay, would you mind going through it one more time, please?
Sure.
Each one.
Okay, if you look at about the middle of the page, you'll see the total cost from Russell Batting Cages was $55,000. Sports facility was $50,000. We asked them to bid it as a complete project and then also individually, each item individually. So the low bids for the netting and installation was, and the L screens was Russell Batting Cages out of Birmingham, and the heating mats and the turf would be from sportsfacility.com of Cartersville, Georgia. And that price total is $43,955.
Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, let's do a roll call on that.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Wallingsford?
I just want to verify, we are voting to whether to split
That's correct, the $43,000, the one at the bottom of the page.
Yes.
Mr. Gary Stewart,
Yes.
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Ayes have that. Item number 3, consider a budget amendment for Parks and Recreation Department.
As part of this, in the 7 years that I've been mayor, we've never had a project to run over our estimated cost. And this one has that possibility of doing that. Well, it will do that. If you'll look on the sheet, the short sheet, I have it itemized out, the cost of the batting cages. The only thing that's been done right now is the completion of the structure and materials, that top line. You just approved the turf, and that turf comes with an 8-year manufacturer warranty. And it's not just AstroTurf, it is turf that's made from ground-up tires, a high-quality turf that would last a long time and would do a better job than just regular AstroTurf that you might have on your patio. Then you see the L screens, the batting mats, the netting. There's some repair work that we're going to have to do to the fence, and also we're going to paint it, and then the light fixtures to go with it. You see the total estimated cost. Mr. Miller had obtained donations from some businesses in town. That number I show you there is incorrect. It should be $15,000. I thought he had 7 donations, but he has 6. So you see the total cost there, and we had budgeted $88,000 in our budget this year. So the budget amendment, the reason that it's gone over is really a couple of reasons. I had approached the legislative delegation about a appropriation with the limbo of the law of how they want to handle that money. They're not giving out any money right now. So that, and then the turf is a higher quality turf than maybe what we started out with. I was surprised at the price of that, but you can see that the bid, if we bid out to the other company, was about $42,000. So with the other $2,500 that could possibly come in, that $27,000 for the budget amendment really needs to be no more than $30,000. And then if the $2,500 comes in from another sponsor, we can work that off. And there is some negotiation that is ongoing with the lights and the installations that we're trying to do to bring that number down. Again, that's a high number, and it's not something that I'm happy with, but it's something that if we want to get a good quality product out there, I think it's a number that we need to get to. Our sales tax is up 4.2% over the same period of time last year. Some of our income projections are down also, but we do have a surplus of sales tax money at this time. We have more than enough to cover this budget amendment, and then as we get further into the year, our goal would be to bring some more capital projects for other departments. So that's kind of a history of kind of where we are and how we got there. So I'm willing to take your questions or any ideas you may have.
Anyone have any questions?
Mr. Mayor, how much area is there?
It's 120 by 90, so it's an extensive area. It's half the tennis courts that we're down there. And what we're doing now are 7 cages. We have the capacity to go to 14, but we're going to start with 7 and, see how busy it stays, but we can double that.
So we do have the infrastructure built in?
Yes, it's all. The only thing we would have to do really is add the netting if we expand it. Because the AstroTurf is going to be, I keep calling AstroTurf, the prescription turf, the athletic turf, will be put over the whole area right now. We did that. So any additional expense to expand it will be mainly the netting and the L screens and everything. So.
And the turf seems to be where the big cost is.
Yes, sir, it is.
What were the dimensions of the netting again?
It's 120 by 90. Oh, the netting? The netting is 12 feet high, 12 feet wide, and 55 feet long. And that's pretty much standard. I know there were some questions about, is that long enough for pit batting practice? And the answer is yes. I went to Major League game early in the summer, and even the Major Leagues, they pitch batting practice from in front of the pitching mound, which is 60 feet away. So I think 55 is more than enough. And talking to other people, that seems, they agree.
So we're putting the turf in, are we putting the lighting in and things
Yes.
like that for the
Yes.
entire facility?
This whole, what you see.
So to go to the 14, it would be an actual very minimal.
It would be, based on these numbers, it would be 2,700 for the L screens, so there's 46 for the mats and the netting, so, you know, under $15,000 to get.
To go, to
expand.
double the
Yes, sir,
capacity.
that's right. Based on these prices. But I think the feeling is, go with the 7 now, let's see how it goes, and then if we need to expand, we can.
Anything further? So we're looking at a budget amendment of $30,000.
No more than that, yes, sir. And I would expect that to be somewhere closer to 25 to 27 if we get this other dimension. And that was, I understood it as the 7, but it was 6, according to Mr. Miller. So.
Do I hear a motion for a budget amendment to the Park and Recreation Department, $30,000, no more than $30,000.
I'll make a motion for a budget amendment not to exceed $30,000 for Parks and Recreation.
Second.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Ayes have it. Item number 4 is consider a resolution for aid agreement for Porter Road.
Yes, in your packets, you have a copy of the agreement from the Alabama Department of Transportation. If you remember, we approved the A-Trip project for Porter Road. That bids will be open on that Friday, and they look to start construction within the 90 days after that. And so part of this is the final resolution and agreement. If you'll look over there on the, I guess it's around the 3rd page, you see federal A-Trip funds is $3.1 million, the city funds is $778,000, and you see the total. This money was covered when we reallocated the excess money from the service road, so the money is there to do this. This just came in the mail today, and so we don't meet next week, and so it'll be like July the 13th before we been able to approve it. So I would ask that you approve this. It's something we've talked about before, and it does finally get an A-Trip project on the way. And that's the Porter Road, Woods Cove Road project.
Do I hear a motion to consider this resolution for the A-Trip project from the federal government for $3,113,550, the city's fund part $778,388, for a total of $3,891,940.
Make a motion.
Here's a second.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Wallander?
Yes.
Mr. Stewart?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
I have it. It passes. That concludes our new business. We go to reports and announcements. Do we have an addition?
I've got something pretty big here, the reports, and Mr. Smith. First of all, let me announce for Mr. Morgan that the July 4th, first Monday weekend, City Hall and the courthouse will be closed on Friday. And he has asked, and we've done this in the past, that we were able to allow them to set up on Friday. Right? That's
Correct.
So, do y'all have any objections to that? We've done this in the past. It's no longer be here at the courthouse for them to be able to do that. So, thank you for reminding us.
Thank you, sir.
Secondly, you have in your packets a letter from the Southern Poverty Law Center. There's been a lot of publicity lately about JCS, our court collection systems, all across the state. Southern Poverty Law Center sued the city of Clanton and some others. We're one of about 100 cities, I think, in Alabama who uses JCS. Also, in your packet is a copy of our JCS contract. I met today with two representatives of JCS, Mr. Kinnemer, City Attorney, Judge Mick, the City Judge, and Rick Wheeler, Financial Administrator. And there is some concern over these actions and you'll see in the letter that the Southern Poverty Law Center has asked us that we voluntarily cancel our contract. You know, we could be looking at some litigation down the road, although we don't think there's anything been done wrong in the city court systems or with JCS locally. They have experienced problems in other places. I'd ask that you read these letters and look at that contract. I am in the process of just drafting the letter, or sending the letter to JCS to give them the notification that we may, possibility, if that's what you all want to do, to vote in a couple of weeks, to suspend our contract. We have to give 30 days notice, and this would actually start that time frame. Judge Meek will be here at the work session in July, which is the 6th, I believe, and to go over this with you all. And then final decision will be yours, but I think he and Mr. Kinner will have a recommendation since the City Council approved this contract back in 2006. So just wanted you to be aware there's been a lot of publicity about it. I have had one complaint, and that's since I said in the paper that I hadn't had any, so I got one today. But I've not been aware of any problems. That's not to say they're not out there. Okay, but there's only one I've been aware of. I think maybe Mr. Smith has been aware of some, but so I'll let Mr. Kinnemer kind of take it from there, if that's okay.
It is my strong belief that it would be in the best interest of the city to terminate its relationship with JCS. I do not feel that the things complained of in the Clinton lawsuit have been taking place in the municipal court of Scottsboro. But it's an indication that problems have occurred in other places. And it would be in the best interest of the citizens and the city that any relationship between the city and that entity be terminated.
Do you all have any questions to us?
My question will be, how are you going to handle the collection of fines once you terminate that agreement?
Go back to the way we did.
That would be something that would have to be developed by the municipal judge and the magistrates in his office. It would be handled internally in the court system, which is the way it was done prior to 2006. If the legislature established municipal probation services, that might be something that y'all would want to think about in the future. But that would have to go through the budgetary process.
But there is a process in place, the 30-day termination term. Can we have that process up and ready in a 30-day time frame?
If not, we would just have to muddle through. Because basically the way I read this letter, if we want to be added to the class action lawsuit, the Southern Poverty Law Center and perhaps the Justice Department of the United States is bringing, not against JCS, but against the city's contracting with JCS. It's do nothing.
Just do it.
That's all I have.
That's what.
Just wish everybody a happy Father's Day. Hope everybody enjoyed their day. It's not as it was, but and I was going to give Mr. Stewart a hard time about his birthday being this week, but he's not here, so I'm sure he's celebrating. That's all I've got. Thank you.
The other Mr. Stewart does not have a birthday.
No, I just wanted to thank everyone for being here and remind everyone that we are having a state visiting tournament here in 2 weeks, weekend of the 4th of July. And we'd like for everyone to come out and enjoy the kids and enjoy the atmosphere. It's a lot of fun watching those kids have that much fun. That's all I have.
I have 2 dogs and I've taken them to the dog park 2 or 3 times already. And now they want to go every darn day. So, working out pretty good for my family, I don't know about you. But seriously, on 2 occasions, other people have been there. We sat down and we talked with those people that got their dogs, did what dogs do in a place like that. It was kind of nice to sit and talk to regular people for a while. But I think we did the right thing when we built that. It probably very little expense for what we get out of it. Having nothing else to hear, motion to adjourn.
Make it motion.
Second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.